Good morning, everybody. And I'm guessing that not everyone got up at 5:30 to watch the hop, but those of you who did, congratulations on being the first to see all the new videos. This is the fourth Art Saturday video hop, and we have Meri at the Meri Atelier to thank for this wonderful project she has been doing for the last couple. This is our third month, and it's one of those things where it's a lot of fun to play, and I hope you guys are enjoying the hop. Now, before I even get started, down in the description box there is a hop list, and if you go to the top link in my description list, it will take you to the next video, and that person's video list will have a different top link. If you click on the top link in everyone's videos, you will end up back around to where you started. So if you start with me, it will end up back around to me, and you'll know that you've seen all the videos. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series of videos. Our theme this month is groupings. It's Meri put down to interpret, in your art the concept of groupings. It might be a collection, an interpretation of a group of people, animals, insects, or inanimate objects like boxes, materials, houses, fabrics. The list is endless. The grouping does not even need to be of the same kind, but try to explain why you grouped them. Okay. I decided I do a lot of different kinds of groupings. I work a lot with collage, and one of the things I work with a lot is circles and dots. And I wanted to show you, just that's right, okay, upside down. One of the things I wanted to show you was some of the circles and dots in some of the projects that I've done in the past. I tend to work through an idea in my journals, and I often have circles and dots. There might be another shape in there, but the circles and dots tend to show up in my work a lot. I tend to use them. Okay, even this page that has almost no circles has dots on it, therefore it has the circles. This is something that ends up, oops, that I didn't turn the page properly, in my work, and I've thought in trying to figure out how to explain the circles and dots in the work. I think it is a visual thing. I could just as easily, I guess, use squares, but that is not a visually pleasing to me. The circles and dots always seem to show up in my work, whether they're in the background, foreground, whatever. Now, I want to show you another book. I think what happens is visually the circle keeps your eye in one place, but then at the same time it makes you roam around the page. That is why I think circles are so visually pleasing to me. It takes me around all of the different spaces in the page. Find a place to put that. This book doesn't have quite as many circles in it, but it definitely has dots in it, and it has a lot of circles in some of the projects. We have a circle here. It has circles there. These are circles. This is a half a circle, and this is actually the other side of the circle kind of thing. So even if I don't use completed circles in everything, it shows up. They show up. They create a visual element in a lot of my projects. And like I said, I think it is a visual stimulus that makes my eye happy. And that is one reason why I use so many of them. Now, both of these last two things that I showed you have a lot of painty papers in them. The painty papers might also have circles on them, and dots on the actual papers. This is another one where I used the circles. So the circles are a predominant thing, and the groupings often have circles. They often have dots within the piece. I thought I would actually work on a project today to give you an idea of what happens when you use circles that are all kind of the same color, because both of these projects that I'm showing you are predominantly bright colors. Both of them have painty paper in them, which is something that I love doing. Whether this one is actually not done on the jelly plate, that one is done on the jelly plate. How do I know? I just know that that's brushwork in there. But I use a lot of painty paper, and I wanted to show you something that was not quite so bright, so that maybe you could see the visual effect of the work. I am going to work on this kind of quietly, and I'll be back and we'll talk about it some more. What I did was I punched out, that's another thing, because I use circles so much, I keep at hand several circle punches right beside me, because I use them so much of the time that I keep them close. I also have things that I can make painty paper circles out of. I have this that I can put paint on and stamp circles. So I get a lot of, I use a lot of circles, is guess what I'm trying to say. We're going to make this with black and white circles today, and then I'm just going to do black and white doodles or dots, whatever happens to come along, and then we'll discuss it when I finish up. So I will be back in just a little bit, and we'll talk about why I placed stuff sort of where I placed it, although it it's never one of those things that I think about ahead of time. Okay, guys. As I was working on this, I realized there's another thing that tends to happen throughout my work, and that is that my dots are almost always black and white. I also use a lot of these tendril things that makes things get very floral like. They're not really floral, but they tend to get that way. Let me move this. But I wanted you to really see that it isn't just the color that makes your eyes move around the page. By doing this all in black and white, which the reason I did that was to give you a visual thing where this one has so much color, and yes, your eyes move around the page because of the color. And even this one, this is actually reverse circles where I punch circles out. The circles, while they help to move your eye around the page, they also are, these are all in pretty big colors, and this one is even colors where I've used the circles in color. It's not so much the color that makes your eye move around the page. It is, in a lot of respect, the circular movement that your eye seems to follow. Now, I do use those, I don't know, florally, viney kind of things in my work a lot. But almost always they're black and white. I pretty much always use black and white dots. I almost never do something besides black and white dots. There again, I think that's it's a consistency thing with me. I think it's a visual thing with me. The black and white adds to the color or tones the color down. I'm not sure exactly which it is. While I love the vibrant colors, sometimes your eyes get attracted to one color and you might not see all the colors. And the black and white dots just kind of bring your vision to a place where you can see more. I hope I'm explaining this at all well. One of the things I wanted to tell you is both of these albums or art journals, whatever you wish to call them, have a flip, and I will put the links to the flip right up here for both of these two journals. They'll have to follow one after the other. But Meri's thing was to interpret in my art the concept of groupings. And I've done other groupings with other types of collage, and it always seems that it leads back to circles and dots are in there a lot. Maybe not so much in collage books, but definitely in my art journals. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. If you have not liked this video, subscribe to this channel if you're not already, because I do know that there are a few of you that haven't. I always try to put out videos like this. I try to do all sorts of things in this crazy junk journal mixed media world. But remember that as you hop from artist to artist in this hop, your likes and subscriptions make a difference to their channels. Please do like and subscribe the videos, and make sure to see all the different hoppers. I think Meri said that there were 10 of us this time. So there are 10. There was 10 last time. I'm not sure how many there are this time. Sorry about that. So it's quite a group that is doing these video hops. So have fun, hop around, and go make some art. Bye-bye.